Okay, so I'm not dead, and I'm also Junior from the Board of Doom.
And I'm BigPapaGrump, who you know because I'm in every freaking video. And we're going to do a quick predictions video for the NXT Takeover in Chicago. Not part of the board standings, we're just doing this for the hell of it. Recently added was Roderick Strong versus Eric Young. There's like no story to this match.
Well, they have that sanity feud a little bit. They had a feud because I mean they did that stupid Cash Sona thing. So, and there's history there. So I guess you can kind of go back on that. So you know, there's sort of a story. I don't care who goes over. I'm just gonna say Young does because they're trying to build sanity.
I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna say Roderick Strong just because. Why not? All right, so you have for the tag team championships, you have the Authors of Pain versus DIY.
Sick of it.
Yeah, but unfortunately there are only like
two
tag teams because TM61's still dead.
Volatile got called up.
One of the things that CJ and I were talking about is the lack of tag teams in NXT right now, but they're going to do the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tournament again this summer, I assume. So hopefully what they'll do is they'll just stick a bunch of guys together and see if a tag team sticks. Kind of like that's how DIY happened for the most part, was they just kind of ended up together and then it stuck. So I'm going with Authors of Pain because part of me thinks that Gargano and Ciampa are going to get called up soon.
I'm going with Throw. I'll go with DIY just because it seems like Authors of Pain should win this, but you know they can always drop it again because you know DIY can only have like the belt for like a minute. It's in their contract. One of the 4 championship matches, because, you know, there's 4 championships in NXT. Oh, wait, there isn't. They're doing a UK championship match, which is Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. I think Tyler Bate's going to win because I think Tyler Bate's going to keep the belt until they launch the UK show, just because he's really marketable.
And he has a phenomenal mustache.
That's what I meant.
Oh my god, his mustache is awesome. But I was originally thinking Pete Dunne's going to go over because Tyler Bates had the championship for a while. But then when you factor in the fact that they haven't officially launched the UK show yet, and they've only had like the occasional UK special, it would make sense to keep it on Tyler Bate. Especially, they've kind of started to showcase him. He was at NXT for the Rumble weekend, even though he didn't wrestle.
He's wrestled a couple matches on NXT too. Like he's defended his belt.
He's been on NXT. So but they're still building around Tyler Bate, I think. Although, you know, Pete Dunne's awesome. You know, I do like Pete Dunne, and I kind of part of me wants him to go over, but I don't think he will. Then you have the NXT Women's Championship triple threat match between Asuka, Nikki Cross, and Ruby Riott. While I think it would be kind of interesting if they threw the belt on Nikki Cross, or a hell of a swerve if they threw it on Ruby Riott, because I like Ruby Riott a lot, I like Nikki Cross a lot, but I don't see Asuka coming up to the main roster anytime soon, so I think they're starting to make a big deal about her undefeated streak now. So, like, before they would just mention she was undefeated, now they started putting a number to it. So I think she's going to hold it I think she's going to retain.
I agree too, but it wouldn't surprise me if they put it on Cross.
Yeah, I don't think they put it on Ruby Riott. I think it's Nikki Cross.
And honestly, I think the way that Asuka's going to win is those two are just going to go at each other, and she's going to do something cheeky to build more of her heel character. Probably. I mean, it's triple threat, so you can't, like, cheeky's allowed, but... And last but not least, the main event, Bobby Roode versus Hideo Itami for the NXT Championship. And Bobby Roode better win, or I'm turning off the network. Which I guess wouldn't matter because the show's over.
And it's in my name. The thing is, I don't think Bobby Roode's going to lose the title to Itami. Although as awesome as I think it would be that Itami, you know, gets the championship, I don't think they're taking the title off of Roode yet. I don't really see any title changes in this show. Although they had a show recently without a title change.
True. And
I don't think they're going to do it again. I don't think it's going to be Roode though. I think the most likely one would be DIY. Even though I'm still. But yeah, I mean, I think it's still too early to take the title off of Roode, especially since I get the sense that Itami's going to feud with Roode for a little bit, not win the championship, but then he's going to get called up. I think Itami's not long for the NXT roster. They've been trying to get him in a position to call him up. So, you know, for a while, but I think his chance at the NXT title is come and gone after a couple of injuries. I think they're just going to get him up to the main roster where this is basically just building his character.
Oh, and then Bobby Roode's next feud, I'm calling it now, is going to be Okada because he can only wrestle Japanese wrestlers.
That has been the mark of his title reign. But yeah, no, it's in all honesty, he's probably going to move on to either Drew Galloway or Cassius Ohno. Drew McIntyre. Sorry, I know. Oh, he's always going to be Galloway to me.
It's going to be Will Ospreay, dude. Dive.
Deadlock.